Just take a big breath just to take in this transition into our workout. Reaching forward with one arm and back behind your body. Breathing in on half the circle, exhaling the other half. Good, one more. Other arm, other arms. Good, nice deep breaths. Grab the air and then push the air down behind you. Two more. Last one. Fabulous. Arms out to the side, guys. Palms facing the floor. So palms facing the down, facing the down. Oh. Hi, Caroline. You distracted me. Palms facing down towards the floor. Can you see my palms and my fingertips? Okay, the right hand, we're going to turn the shoulder forward and palm towards the ceiling. Okay, return back to that T formation. Left arm, roll the shoulder forward until the palm is facing the ceiling. And back into that T formation. Okay, with the right, roll the shoulder forward. You'll feel a slight rotation in that upper body. One more with the right. And with the left. Keep your arms out to the side. They're starting to burn. Now you're going to think about keeping your hips nice and steady. So we're going to continue with that shoulder rotation. But notice that now when we focus on our hips staying still, you might get a little bit more concentration or isolation through that shoulder joint. Okay, return and other arm. Just try and get that shoulder forward. And now you're not turning the rest of that body. Okay, one more each. Right and left. And return back. Set it down. Shake it out. Arms up. Palms facing each other. Okay, we're going in this Y shape, Y formation. Shoulders are down from the ears. Rib cage is tucked under, but not fully. Right, finding your midlines. Okay, bring the palms together and slowly raise your shoulders up towards your ears. Awesome. So if I had a yoga block or you say even just a small water bottle, it could go in between my hands here. You're going to reach and shrug towards the ceiling and down towards, down away from the ears. Up towards the ears and down away from the ears. Here we go. Lift up. Drop it down. Two more. Up and down. One more. Up and down. Keep those arms up. Y formation. I'm going to turn to the side here. Notice I'm in neutral alignment. I'm just going to pulse my thumbs back behind me. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down in front. Okay, I think our shoulders are warmed up. I see everyone just like grabs for their arms. Right on. Okay. Feet are coming now shoulder width apart. We're going to do more into our hips. Slight bend in the knees. And you're just going to tilt those hips. Rocking them forward and back. Good. Working to full extreme. Start to stop in neutral. So right in that midline. Okay. Hand right in like on your belly button, like kind of palm to belly button. So the base of your palm is up in this rib cage or diaphragm, then your fingers are pointing down right on top of the pubic bone. Okay, other hand on your chest. So here we can really tell if we are staying in neutral or if we're compensating. You will feel your hand rise up or space between your fingers. What you're gonna do is slightly tilt forward. So that's at this hip crease, bum back, shoulders forward. Sink down into a deep squat, keeping those hands where they are, and back up. Standing tall, straightening those legs out. Hips back. Notice that I have to do this little hinge forward. It's like I'm a plank, going straight down. My thighs are fitting in nicely in my hip sockets. Back up. It's right in this hip crease, right in here. Let's go again. Get low. As deep as you can, rise back up. One more, you're going to stay down at the bottom. And now collapse your chest, round your back, tuck the hips. One extreme to the other. Lift that chest up tall. Squeeze the back, squeeze those shoulder blades. Try to pop your booty out. And relax that right at the base of the shoulder blades. If you're really trying to hyperextend, you'll feel that tension right at the base of the shoulder blades. We're rounding forward now, tucking. That's it. And we're going to start lifting that chest. Even if you have to come up onto the toes here, that's totally all right. Just want you really hyperextending so you can feel what that feels like in that back. It's like it started a twerking video, guys. I had to say it. I got a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And rolling forward again. Good. Okay. Find now, in between those two placements, those two extremes, this is your nice neutral. This is your nice neutral back. Can you drive those knees open? So in a deep squat, I'll let you guys stand up here. In a deep squat, when we say lift your chest, chest up, chest high, it does not mean it has to stay straight up and down to the floor, okay? It just means that it has to be up higher than our hips, okay? Chest high doesn't mean chest straight. Okay, so we have this slight little tilt, this slight little lean. Understanding that we're supposed to have this little weight distribution. So that's all it is. We're just distributing. I only had it once. You can only say that word one time, I guess. We're shifting our weight. Once you know that we're able to do that, it makes the squat a lot easier. So let's come into our kettlebell. And we're going to stand directly over top of it. Okay, if you have a cast iron bell like I do, one of these black ones, you can pick it up and hold it at the base of the handle here. If you have a competition style, like the larger, colorful ones, it may be better to hold bottoms up, okay? So choose whatever's comfortable for you. When you have this here at your chest, the first thing that we want to do is kind of hug it, right? You're hugging it. But that is getting our rib cage and our shoulders out of placement and out of alignment. So let's first find that neutral through our rib cage, shoulder blades, and hold that nice and tight. So you'll notice the bell is actually floating out in front of your chest. Okay, it's not like a chicken hen holding its egg. I don't know. I'm not sure. But these elbows, that's what's gonna help you here. Tuck the elbows underneath. Okay, tuck those elbows. Now let's come into that deep squat. You're gonna notice this slight little lean. Okay, those elbows are out in front of you. Come on down, push those knees open. As low as you can, rise back up. Straighten those legs. Good. Now what I want you to do is let those elbows kind of just go to the side. Go into it again. Back up. How did that feel? Tuck your elbows. Do it again. Back up. Open the elbows. Do it again. Good. You can drop that down now. Just kind of gets a lot in that upper back. If you're really holding your position, it really starts to get in that upper back before you start to feel it in the biceps. So when we are compensating, we're weakening our backside often. We just do this naturally. It sucks, but knowing that we're doing it can help us with our training. Okay, help us get into position to hold that weight. Okay, so there's one more thing that I want to talk about with our squats. We have a lot of squats coming up. I want to talk about how to get into them. So let's pick our belt up again. Same position that you were doing. Elbows tucked, because that's what we know we like. Now, kind of collapse that upper back. The shoulder blades are rounded apart. You're going to tuck this kettlebell into your chest. I'm trying to show you a bunch of angles here. I'm not overly fidgety. So now I want you to think about going right down into your squat and how that might feel, especially when you're coming up. I don't know about you, but what I felt is when I'm kind of rounded and tucked into this bell, when I'm coming up, the weight tends to pull me forward, and now I'm rounding in. So it created a lot of stress, unwanted stress in that back. There we go, as opposed to getting that rib cage forward and retracting those shoulder blades. So during our squats, this is what I want you to think about, not necessarily your depth or ass to grass, any of that, but it's how you're stacking and holding that weight. That is today's information, okay? So I'm gonna set a timer, and it's gonna be for 1 minute. So similar to what we've been doing, 1 minute per exercise, 1 minute rest, and we're gonna do that for 20 minutes in total. We have some presses. What do we have here? Clean and press. Our clean, we're gonna do our swing. So we're gonna swing up into our chest, bending those knees, straightening out elbows and knees same time. Clean again, go into your swing and press. 1 minute, we're gonna switch sides. So 1 minute per side. The next one is going to be where your squat comes in. So watch this combo here. We're gonna squat, press, same leg, back to a lunge. Okay, right at your chest. Squat, press, into a lunge. Fun? These are our two combos that we're doing tonight. We're gonna really dial in. I'm gonna talk more about that clean. We are going to start. So, bell up in front of you. Come into your back swing, into this rack position, and press. Chest, your wrist comes to zipper, back swing. Slight bend in the knees, pop it up. Wrist to zipper. Get used to that lower body. Those swings are very shallow. 10 seconds. That's it. Keep that torso neutral. Next side. Oh, 1 second, too fast. Next side. So for today, because we're not going very long, we only have 1 minute, our cleans, we're gonna keep both heels on the floor in our swings. The overhead press, of course, you can pop your heels up. But for anybody that does kettlebell sport, you'll know what I mean about your cleans, heels on the floor versus your heel toe transfer. We just want a lot of extra tension. We don't have a lot of time. So time under tension is what we're after. Good. Second arm. Okay, we're gonna pick this up. Both sides are gonna mimic each other. Down into your squat, right from the bottom overhead. Either overhead lunge or at your chest. Here we go again. Think about that squat from earlier. Up overhead, into that lunge. Your other arm is mimicking that rack position. Keeps our shoulders and ribs, hips, all in line where they should be. Less than 10. Last one. Not take a rest. I'm so sorry. Next side. Okay. Up. Same leg goes back. Make sure we're breathing. You're nice and steady before you go into the next movement. You can always bring that bell back out to the chest and rack position. That's it, 10 seconds. This is it. Okay. Take a rest. You have 1 minute. I need another wrist guard. Okay. Take a minute. Take 40 seconds. There's a whole lot of funness packed into this one, eh? Wouldn't you say? Okay. 25. When we go into our cleans, ladies, we do not want the bell to be too far from us. The bell is too far, it's going to end up too low. We want to keep that elbow slightly bent and let the ball fall right in front of us, or bell. So it actually makes us like J formation. Straight down, here's a little loopy, and up, okay? So let's go into that now. Keep that elbow close, and press. So clean, pop and press. So that elbow pretty much stays in the same position. I power up the bell by straightening my leg. like squeezing my thighs and my butt. Here we go. When you go up overhead, knees and elbows lock out at the same time. That's it. One more second. Next side. You could set it down or do a swing pass. Make sure your feet aren't too wide apart. You want just enough space for that bell to get through. You don't want to take up too much surface and lose power in your press. And that opposite arm has a job. Its job is to mimic. Is that a mime? Backswing and rack position. We can be out to the side here as well. Just you gotta know what it's doing. There we go. Drive those heels into the floor during that clean. Good. We're gonna go into that squat. Squat, press, back lunge. Thruster. Use that combo. All right, we're halfway here. Come on. Whew. Let's go. Great way to finish off the day. Thank you guys so much. Stay in it. 10 seconds. Switch sides. Okay. Okay. We get a minute break right after this one. Okay. 25. 15. Oh, hand off your waist. One more. Give me a rest. All right. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 more rounds. We're halfway. I'm feeling pretty good. Heart rate, I would say, you know, like an 8 out of 10. Take your numbers. 10 being you're working your hardest, most extreme. You probably cannot talk or say boo. 1 is like nothing, like you're sleeping, it's super easy, you're lying in bed. Take that heart rate, notice what it's at from the start of our rest to the end of our rest. That's how you can really judge how much to push into your next round, what you have available, where your threshold's at. Okay, so let's start again here. Clean and press. I am back down, I would say, to about a 3. So that's a really good recovery time. That's about 5 points of my own intuition, going from an 8 to a 3. So I'm ready to bring it back up there again. I got that quick recovery time. Keep those heels down in these cleans, ladies. I want to see high tension swings. So we're not lifting We're going into this side body rock, high tension. Feet stay grounded and rooted. 3 seconds. Let's switch sides. That's it. When that bell's overhead, keep that tension on tight. Make sure we have our skyscraper, as I call it, intact. So your shoulders, rib cage, and hips all lining up. You don't want to fall down. 25 seconds. That's it. Your elbow extends your hands to your waist. When you go into that clean, that's your first move, hand to waist. All right, let's go into our thruster, an overhead lunge, or a reverse lunge. Okay. Thinking about chest staying high, but still in this slight little incline. Give that second arm a job to do. It's going to balance you. Keep that back knee underneath the hip as well. In this lunge, hip bones still face forward. Next side. Oh, I almost did an overhead squat. Looks nice, looks nice. $25. That's it. Don't break underneath that tension. You can do this. 10 seconds. Last one. Okay, take a rest. Take a rest. We have one more round. One more to go. This is really nice. This is really good. Exactly what was needed. All right. Excuse me. Okay. Can you guys hear my timer all right? I'm going to try and turn it up. I can just hear it. Okay, let's get ready for this last round. Here we are. We've done 3. We've done 3. Last one, 10 minutes. No, 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minutes. Here we go. Let's do our clean and press. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Last one. You're feeling super together. You might be fatigued, but we're all there together. Pushing our thresholds. But it's feeling smooth. You know what the exercise is going to do. You know how to control that weight. That's it. Keep it nice and close to that body. Don't let that elbow drift too far away. Let that bell just fall to your waist. Good, we're gonna go next side. So you can do a hand change. Clean and press. Give that second arm a job to do. Back swing. Mimic the rack. There we go. Good work, good work. Right to the end. There's something so sweet about this last round. You can just go rep after rep, because you know it's your last ones. And they feel good. Oh, they feel good. That's it. It's coming up. There it is. We're going to set it down. Keep that flat back going. Get ready for a thruster to a back lunge. That's it. You can always rack that bell, meaning it does not have to be overhead during that lunge. That's it. I don't think I've sweat like this in quite some time. Oh my. Down and up. Here we go. Let's switch sides. Last time. Okay, here's your last minute. Are we ready? Give me a thruster. Shift that weight. Back and down. Back to squat. Use the power from the floor to get that weight up overhead. Get that elbow locked out. Shifting that weight, reaching that foot back, but keeping that hip facing forward. We don't want to open up this gap. Remember what we were talking about earlier? In the warm-up, keeping our hand space. Beautiful, almost there. That's it. That's it. Finish this rep. We are done. Oh, we're complete. Yes. Oh, what a good feeling. Grab your booty band and meet me on the floor. A little bit more, a little bit more. Okay. This is good. So, if you were with me on Tuesday here, we did some not so nice butt stuff. Oh, some not so nice butt exercises. My butt still hurts and is on fire. Right underneath. Right underneath. So let's just add to that, shall we? Let's just do a little bit more. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, here we go. We're gonna put our, I'm gonna bring it, sorry, I have to readjust, so it has even tension. Just on top of my knees here. I'm gonna bring my heels together, base of the feet together. I'm gonna sit up nice and tall. I'm gonna relax my legs and push out and open. Relax and out. Those is just little, nice and small, just working different angles. This is one of the ones that's going to take at least 20 reps to build that fly rep. So really squeeze with that end range. I'll show you again. Sitting up tall. End range. Make these pulses even smaller now, about half the size. So now we're just working at that end range, about half the size. Make it even smaller again. Make them the same, make them in sync. I'm starting to feel that right to that outside, where it's like the inside, really. It's inside the hips. We are getting deep into there. Okay, make it even smaller. Lift the hips up just a bit. Your arms are straight. I'm pushing up out of my shoulders. You don't have to lift. You can keep your hips on the ground. That's fine. That's it. Squeeze just to the end. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest the hips down close to the heels. Lay your back down. Back of the arms into the floor. Now you're going to push your rib cage into the ground and lifting those hips up and down off the ground. Bottoms of my feet are still together and still pushing open into that band as wide as I can. That's it. Pushing those hip bones up towards the ceiling and then adding a little bit of a directional push towards your head. Up and then direction. There we go. Not just up, but direct it. Right up over your head. What a 45-degree angle. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bum down. Feet flat, feet apart. Bring them in nice and close. And you'll hips up again. And I want you just to hold your legs and hips steady. We're going to think about this rib cage here. So I want you to overextend that upper back. So really think about that rib cage overextending and bending. And then I want you to relax that chest and push the rib cage down into the floor. Keep those hips up off the ground though. So now we're almost in the hollow body position. If you know, you've been in our hollow body. Okay, overextend. Arms can even go up overhead now. Overextend, overextend. Keep the hips where they are. Drop the ribs. Then try not to reach with the neck. I just caught myself doing that. Just push the rib cage down into the floor, but keep the hips up. It's like I'm trying to work this dual force. Okay? Hips where they are, arms up overhead, overextend that rib cage. Push out into that band, open up that band. Good, rib cage down. And 5, hold it, 4, 3, 2, relax the hips, relax the shoulders. Let your knees fall to one side. Swoop them up to your chest, over to the other side. And around to the other side. Up into the chest. We're just massaging that low back now. Feeling those glutes roll around the floor. Other direction. One more. Fantastic. We can take this band off. And you can wrap it around one of your feet. So I'm taking my left foot up to the ceiling. My right foot is on the floor. I'm going to apply a stretch to the back of my leg by pulling that band down towards my face. Once you can keep a straight leg and you feel that stretch down the back, now you're going to push your tailbone into the floor. So you'll notice that that moves your foot away from you and will actually put tension into that band. So I want you to do 10 of these hip tilts and pushing the tailbone down to the ground. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, tailbone down, 4, relax, 3, 2, and push, and relax, and pull your leg as far as you can now. Good, extend your other leg along the floor. Awesome, bring them both in together. Good, we're gonna switch legs. So band around the base of your foot. My left is going flat on the ground. Right leg is straight, pulling down towards my face. Once you feel that stretch apply to the back of the leg, you can push your tailbone down to the floor. You'll notice your hips rocking. You're going to do that 10 times. Good. Make sure it's not your foot pushing, it's your hips. It's your tailbone going down into the floor. That is what is making my foot move. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Really exhale, let all that air and tension go. Pull it as much as you can. Extend the other leg along the ground. Oh, this one's so much tighter. Good, relax, bring them both in. Whew. Set the band over to the side. Give yourself a big hug and just rock and roll along the spine. So you can do small rocks, you can do big rocks, all the way up the spine. You can section it however you feel. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic.